Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Amanda or Mandy, whatever you want to be called, come to the front. I have a question. So, exactly why are you here? What are you exactly trying to do? Did you and Glen do something? Did y'all almost do something? Did you go on a date? Did you go to the movies? Did you meet at a gas station? Have you sat in his car? Have you been to his job? Do you know where his mom and them live? I mean, what are you trying to do here? What is the point? Because you making a big entrance and falling flat. What's happening? And I see why you and Latrice are friends. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now that's Kiki and Ha Ha Honey, and get into another episode of the Bell Collective. It is season 6, episode 4, Trouble in Bell-Adise. And how would you rate this week's episode, besties? I liked it. I like Bell Collective. I can't give it a thumbs down. It's always a thumbs up. I just like it. But drop down the comments, besties, and let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Please like my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And make sure your notification bell is on so that way you know each and every time I post my content. Now, baby, the episode continues from last week when Gwen, who is Gwen? When Glen and Marie's cousin, Amanda's boo thing, when they was going back and forth and back again about him being in Amanda's DMs. He like, who is that? Who is that? Glenn says this whole thing has been blown out of proportion. No, it ain't. Because why you in that girl's DMs? How you know her? Did y'all go to school together? Did you meet her through Cliff and Latrice? Like, are you just did you see her somewhere and just slid into her DMs? Like, clearly y'all met and y'all hollered. Yeah. So he trying to figure out who this cousin is because they had to take him out the house. Didn't he? No, I don't think he left. Yeah, he did go outside. Because they like blood. You can't fight him. He is a girl. You can't fight that girl. So Lateashia and Amanda, they're outside talking, and Amanda says that Glenn has always been in her DMs, honey. And she was like, on Instagram. She was like, and on Facebook, honey. Girl, for real. Glenn, what are you doing? So here comes Latrice trying to get all up in it. Lateashia sent her butt back. Go on back up in there and host your friends because we doing something. I'm about to look. I don't need you. I'm looking at this girl's phone because Lateashia's like, show me your DMs. So they looking through the DMs. Okay, happy birthday. Yep, that was his birthday. We went out. Yep, that was that. Oh, when was that? That was in 2023. Okay. Oh, Sunday Funday. Yep, that was my birthday weekend. Oh, so this is it? Yeah, yeah. So see, Amanda, what are you doing? You made it sound like, honey, he was in your DM sending pictures, and I thought you had some real tea, girl. They could have found out you ain't got nothing but apple juice. Don't come around here unless you got some tea, girl. So Lateashia says she ain't tripping because all this happened before their recommitment, and that was in January of this year, 2025. So she like, you got any more messages? So they found, so there was another message, and it was the give me your number, call me now. And Lateashia says she wasn't tripping. She already knew about those messages because this happened before they recommitted themselves to each other. And I'm like, that didn't, okay, I'm going to assume that she addressed it because I'm like, give me your number, call me now. That would be an issue. And if Lateashia knew this already. Why was she acting brand new inside? Was she in shock by the news? Because you all, oh yeah, I know about all that. That's or was you just saving face? Oh, I know about that. Yeah, we good. Long, she just in her mind, it don't matter what happened before January. It's all good, I guess. Um, but Lateashia tells us in her confessional that she can't trust Glenn. Why am I trying to change this man's name? She can't trust Glenn because, after all he's done already, it's hard. So Latrice says Amanda doesn't move foul. She's 100. She's cool. She, solid. But, roll how you feel, though, Letitia. Like, do what you need to do. And it's like, Latrice, she don't need your confirmation. She don't need you. You should have been said something before all this blew up at your house. But she wondered why she's all in Amanda's face and not in Glendale's face. Why are you coming for my friend? It's your husband and that's true. He is public enemy number one. And she knows who she's dealing with, Latrice, and so do we. So Latrice tells Lateashia that Glenn contacted her recently. It was like, wait, what? Yeah. Latrice told Lateashia, well, Glenn has contacted Amanda like recently, like, this year. So Lateashia, like, what? So Amanda tells Lateashia that Glenn was trying to holler at her in February of this year. Girl, they got the date down and everything. February when? The 3rd. Now, they recommitted themselves to each other in January, a month before. So now Lateashia want to confront Glenn. She want to get his point of view, and she want to clear this thing on up. What is there to clear up? You recommitted your vows in January, and he still. Your recommitment is just a license to allow Glenn to continue to treat you the way he does. Glenn is one of them cats. You're going to have to dump him, Lateashia. You're going to have to get tired of his mess, and you're going to have to leave him. He's not going to stop. It's clear. How much, you live in this town, you country girl, you've been knowing him. You knew him as a kid. You want to, you want to go the whole distance with this dude because y'all got a kid. You only have one son. And Josh got to be a teenager. Like he's almost grown. Girl, you don't have to stay with Glenn for no reason at all. You want to because you love him. But do you love you? He's not going to stop. So Lateashia wants to confront Glenn and this and that and that. I told you not to have nobody coming to say nothing to me about you. More back and forth and back again. Because Glenn, what he gonna do is he gonna try to get out of something. He gonna lie. And so the question is, did you have freaky tales with Amanda? Like that's period point blank. I want to know that y'all sleep together. Did you do it? So Glenn was like, Hell, nah. And here go Amanda. But am I lying about anything? Am I lying about anything? And it's like, well, you be quiet. Shut up and let this woman talk to her husband. You done already sprayed him, embarrassed her, and you just want to tag on. Like you like being a throuple. You want to be a side lady. Aren't you a lesbian? Go check on your broad in there. Glenn almost thumped her on the forehead. Make sure she all right. Shoot. And am I lying? Am I lying about anything? And so she said that they didn't do it either. So what was Oh, Amanda, can you leave the show? Do we have to see you anymore? So Glenn just ended it with saying, we just danced. Huh. He said, I ain't effed nothing. And I ain't took nobody home. Well, where would you take them home to? Because Lateashia lives at your home. Oh, you gonna go upstairs to them condos with Cliff, Uncle Cliff. Child. But Glenn, child, he ain't even worth it. He ain't worth it. Lateashia is hurt once again. Lateashia is humiliated once again and will continue to be. And so she says these questions were aimed at her and Glenn. And they were. I remember Marie was in that kitchen, not Marie, Latrice was in that kitchen talking to her staff, telling them what games to play, how many questions to ask, and do this and do that. Oh, Latrice, you ain't nothing nice. And it just seems like you won't stop. That's why your man won't come home. You can't even get an old sugar daddy to come home every night. Like, you need to stop because your day may be coming soon, next. You know what I'm saying? So Marie and Carrie, they go to see Lateashia the next day to make sure she all right. They bring in bottles and flowers and good vibes. And Lateashia appreciates that she's at home, sitting down, moping around. She says she slept with her son the night before, and Glenn woke up early and left and went to work. They ain't talking, right? And of course, she didn't get no sleep because she tossing and turning all night long. And I'm just sitting here picturing, why would you be in the bed sleeping with your son? He's too old for you to be sleeping with him. Like, he's a teenager. Why you couldn't sleep on the couch? Why couldn't Glenn sleep on the couch? Ain't that how that's supposed to go? Oh, you probably wanted him in the bedroom because if he slept on the couch, he probably would have snuck out. Girl, you need to leave him. Girl, I'm all about a calm nervous system. If you make me flinch, anxiety rising, the opposite of butterflies, just anxious, child, you got to go. Ain't nobody doing that. So Latrice calls her while the girl's over visiting, and honey, she don't answer. She ain't got no words for Latrice. Leave me alone, girl. So Carrie gives her two little cents. If it was me, I would. Yeah, okay. So then Letitia doesn't even want to be a part of the collective anymore. Girl, you invented this collective. This is your collective. You can't leave the collective. Glenn ain't even in the collective. Why are you mad at everybody? Be mad at the public enemy number one and then put Latrice out. Because Amanda ain't even in the collective. You just got to get rid of that snake, honey. So Latrice betraying her once again, is very low. And it is. She said, I feel set up. And she did. She did. And besties, the way you deal with a situation like this, if I was Latrice, right? And Amanda was my best friend, my best friend. So let me picture this. Okay. So Bestie's gonna tell me, oh, I be sliding in. So the first thing I would do is check my best friend. Why are you entertaining a married man? And that's my friend's husband. So what you need to do is you check him and you tell him that he needs to show his wife these messages, or you will. And if don't either one of y'all do what I say, I'm gonna bring you to their house, and then we all gonna talk. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta throw it back on them so it can get off you. Latrice didn't have to hold on to all that. You take it back. You check your best friend, and then or go check your best friend, and then check Glenn. If you cool enough, you should be. He think of your husband as his uncle. I would check my friend and check Glenn, and then I would make Glenn go talk to his wife, my friend, and I would threaten him a little bit and be like, if you don't do it, I'm gonna give you 2 days. I'm gonna check in with her, and if she ain't talking about it, then I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna make Amanda say something to her too. You get in front of the drama, not hide behind it and plot on how to bring it up to the surface and embarrass this girl in front of everybody. Like, come on, girl, seriously. But Lateashia ain't crazy. She know that this girl was setting her up. That was aimed at her and Glenn. Whew, child. Hold on, y'all. I done lost my notes. Hold on, child. So Marie gonna tell her that's what you get. I'm like, wait, what, friend? But you know what? I'm laughing because Marie, her birthday is the day after mine, right? And that is something I would say. Like, if I know you my real friend, I'm gonna tell you the real. That's what you get. I didn't try to tell you that Latrice is a snake. She's a snake. But Marie and Carrie consoles her because she's crying. They console her. And honey, when they left Letitia's house, honey, they both ran to go check on their mans. We'll get into that later. But first, Latrice pulls up on Amanda with coffee. Hey girl, let's talk. They walk in, through the neighborhood. So we find out that Latrice and Cliff has gotten worse. See what I'm saying? You getting your karma already, Latrice. You done told that man to come home after taste, and he stays at the condos. He don't even come home. This is your karma, Latrice. See how good that turns around? And so she says the Belle's gonna blame her for everything like they do because you are a snake. And she realizes that maybe the questions was a bit too much and you knew it, but she blames it on her team. No, you told them what to say. Their team ain't thinking about no questions. And so she's like, I just can't do everything. Oh, you be doing everything. When it come to mess and drama, oh, you was in it. You was in it. I remember you was telling her what to say when y'all was in the kitchen. So Amanda feels, like she didn't do nothing that wasn't already happening. Side piece behavior, besties, I swear. What? So Latrice alludes that, the drinks were flowing a little too much, too heavy, maybe. Girl, what they got to do with them questions? So Amanda starts to take accountability and she apologizes for starting this mess at Latrice's house. And they both feel like none of this would have happened had Glen not sent the first DM. That's true. So you throw it back on him to go back and tell his wife. You'd be like, I'm going to tell your wife on you. You better go tell before I tell because that's my friend. And why would you do that? And it's like, Glenn, did you not know that Amanda was Latrice's best friend? Because why would you continue to holler at her when Amanda's very close to the group? Like, you got to do things smarter. I don't know how big or small Jackson is in Mississippi, but you got to find some girl across town. I mean, you ain't supposed to be finding nobody. Let me stop encouraging this. My bad. I'm sorry. Behind the shade, get it together. So, this shouldn't have happened, and Latrice knows that her and Latisha's friendship is in trouble again. Child. So, like I told you, when Carrie left Latisha's house, honey, she went over there and checked on her husband. So he's over there having batting practice with one of his clients, athletes. He plays baseball. And so Carrie comes to drop in on him because he been complaining that she don't spend time with him. So she comes and checks in and he happy, but he acting like, what you doing here? What you bringing me to drink? Oh boy, stop. So then they talk about the drama that happened at Latrice's house. And Matt said he didn't like all that drama. He felt bad for Glen. What? You felt bad for Glen? He's the one that was reaching out to the girl in the DMs. You felt bad for him. Why? Why? So he said he reached out to Glen in his DMs because that's where he liked to hang out. He thought it would be easier just to send him a little message, and Glen told him he was fine. No, he ain't. They over at the house not talking. They both walking on eggshells. Uh-huh. But he is okay because he know how his woman is. He gonna play until she feel like forgiving him again. And Lateashia, this cycle will continue over and over and over because we've even seen it a few times on this show. So I'm just like this public service announcement. Everybody stay out of Glen's DMs. Everybody. But they hope the Pearsons are able to work it out. Child, so I told you when they left Latisha's house, honey, they went and ran and checked on their men. So Marie is going to visit Cedric at his hair school. We didn't know he did hair. He's a cosmetologist. They met in cosmetology school, and he has a cosmetology school. And it's next door to where he lives. But that's not the same house that they've been filming at. Remember, that house got two sticks in the front, hold it up. This ain't the same house. So clearly they just showing us a house that ain't even his. Okay, so they met. She went over there to check on him. He trying to color his beard. So she said, well, let me try, because that's how they met, you know. So she put on her gloves, and he telling her, put the color on the hair, not the skin. She like, all right, lean back. So Marie tells us that they weren't even talking like a year ago. So it's just amazing how they, you know, they didn't hook back up. And it's like, girl, it must not be nothing going on in Jackson. Everybody is spinning the block and putting up with more than they should. Okay, so she asked Cedric to get rid of that bed he got in there that's stuck to the wall, like he in high school or something. Why? Because it remind me of all the women that have been in that bed and coming in and out your house. And he said, okay, but you want me to get another bed, right? No, fool, get an air mattress. No, get a sleeping bag. So she was like, so what is the plan? Are you coming back with me and our daughter? Or are you gonna stay here? What you doing? And so he down to do whatever. He wanna comply with whatever Marie wants him to do. But he want her to decorate the house. And she like, for what? She like, I told you. He like, you no. For my son, like when he come home or the family come and we entertain, it'll be something comfortable that they all, you know, a sense of normalcy for everybody. And so he was like, Marie, I want you to trust me. Trust me, okay? Do you trust me? Please trust me. Are you gonna trust me this time? I'm gonna need you to trust me, baby. So she says she does. But she at the same time she think he want to sleep. He want to keep his bachelor pad, to entertain others, like Cliff doing with them condos. And I'm like, well, you don't have to spin the block, Marie, and maybe he should stay there and you stay at your house with your daughter, because you don't want this confusion to start back up again. Y'all broke up because he cheated. So maybe it's not time for y'all to live together. I don't think he's got it all out of his system. He hasn't gotten it all out. So you might want to just let him keep that old raggedy bed over there next to the wall with that chair in the front. I mean, like, I don't think y'all ready for the next big move. But I could be wrong, but I'm not. So they talk about Latrice's party, and so Cedric want to know what was the point of that game, to destroy marriages. Uh-huh. And so he ain't on that. He like, So Marie says, that question was not right, and for it to come from a Belle, it was just hurtful. And so yeah, he's like, yeah, that wasn't cool. He like, that's why he didn't want to answer the questions. He was like, next question, please. He didn't answer the question about favorite positions. It was like making him, he was like, I don't want to talk about that in front of y'all. So, child, Carrie plans a little romantic evening, no kids, just her and her husband, because he wants her to be more present. Put your phone down and pay attention to me. So she got all the things done, the charcuterie board, cute little hot pink dress. She gonna feed them massages. They gonna do this. They gonna do that. It's going down, right? So he appreciates all of it. And so he professes his love to her. And they high five each other. And so she's won him over. He's like, she did a good job. And he wants her to slow down and put in more work with him. And she's like, okay. And he's like, okay, cool. So he's a happy camper. And we got that going on. Good, very good, Carrie. Ciao. But the way that humidity is poofing up that bang, baby, I know you're trying to wear your real hair with that little drawstring ponytail, but honey, you're gonna have to go to the hair salon and go and get some little pieces put in there. Or maybe you should just get a natural hairstyle or something, honey. But anyway, I don't mind you looking natural, but the people, they don't like that. They want you to go and get somebody else's hair put in there. Maybe to enhance your look, because you're a pretty lady. You're wearing lashes, so you might as well put a few little things in your hair. But anyway, back at Glen's and Lateasha's, Glen's stepfather is over and they're painting outside in the garage or whatever. So they're talking about family. And Glen is telling his stepfather how his family is always under attack. Glenn, start the story from the beginning. No, don't start at the end. My family always under attack. The house is back cold again. We ain't talking. Tell your stepdaddy what you did. Tell him. Tell him what you did. And so stepfather's encouraging him, blah, when things are going good, the bad always coming and you got all the prayer, keeping them encouraged, doing all the stepfather, saying all the stepfather things. And so, the energy is low and they not talking really. And so Lateasha come outside because she got to talk to Glenn right now. It can't wait. She ain't gonna hold him. She finally see him at the house, standing up with his eyes open. He ain't trying to act like he going to sleep and he ain't getting ready for work because he probably been dodging her for a while. So she like, I gotta talk. Stepfather like, well, I'm gonna go on inside and make me some Kool-Aid. Okay. Post up, Pops. We'll see you in a minute. Okay. So they discussed how when they left Latrice's house that night on the way home, Glenn told her that at a party, Amanda came up to him and said she was gonna F him. Now remember, Amanda admitted that Glenn is her type. If she gonna go for a dude, he gotta be dark and ugly. Now, in my opinion, Glenn ain't that ugly. He ain't heck of fine, but if he was very nice and charming and loving and faithful, he would look better. But he ain't ugly. But this happened 3 years ago. So Lateasha just like falling apart all over again. And so she's like, I keep telling you, don't bring nobody around me. So Glenn said, I don't bring nobody around you. I didn't bring her. I didn't bring her around. That's Tree's friend. He has a point. So he told her, the first of that drama about that baby and all that, that was Antoinette that did that. Okay. Now Latrice is bringing Amanda around, not me. And so Glenn was saying that he look at Cliff like an uncle, but now he looking at Uncle Cliff sideways because he's thinking like, blood, how you let this happen at your house? You didn't say nothing. You wasn't like, how did you allow this to happen? And so now Glenn is saying that the Rogers are unalive to him because they don't care about him, her, their son. Like he's saying the things that he think Lateasha want to hear so he can get in her good graces again because he's in the doghouse. So he's saying all this. I'm not sure if I believe him, but we'll see in the next episodes if him and Cliff have some words. That would make sense. So, honey, Latrice tells Glenn that he makes it hard not to believe what other people consistently have to say about him. And she started crying. And she already took her lashes off when the girls came to visit. So she's still sitting there, no makeup, no nothing. And she is ugly crying. He says sorry. And she says, all this is happening when I'm trying to heal. I'm triggered. I'm trying to love. I'm trying to serve the community, but things keep recircling. Exactly, Lateasha, because you allow it, not things. Put a name on it. I keep allowing this to recircle. That's what you should say, Lateasha. I allow things to keep recircling, if that's the word, because the circle just gonna go around in the circle. It don't have to redo it, it just does. But anyway, that's nor here nor there. So he says, we good, baby. Come on, we good, we good. Just let me keep cheating in peace. I just need you to let me do it in peace, and then you won't be so upset. Oh, is that what he said, or that's how I took it? That might be how I took it. Okay. So he said they good, and she tells him, look, if we ain't good, just leave me the F alone. Oh, child. Oh, child. Oh, child, she is finally becoming tired of his mess. She said, if we not okay, let me know and leave me the F alone. And he's hugging her as she says it, crying in his arms. And he don't know what to say. And that was the end of the episode, besties. I was like, ooh, that was so good. Now she finna just, yeah, Lateashia, it's time for you to get tired of that mess. I'm tired of him for you. Because after that baby scare, we would have been good. Done. It would have been over. Yeah, no good. No thank you. No way. No, yeah. Bye. Absolutely. The besties. Drop down the comments, share the video, like, subscribe, notification bell, and I will see you on the next recap. It'll be Real Housewives of Potomac tomorrow. Okay. Bye, besties.